You are watching Stim TV.
Hello everyone and welcome. You are indeed watching Stim TV. We are in the Masters Grandmasters Division Finals. This is week number 33. $130 is on the line right now. Well, actually, both these guys are going to walk away a little bit richer. We have sixjaxDDE spawning at the 6 o'clock position here on MLG Shattered Temple. And his Protoss opponent spawning is the pretty pink color. Got Mr. Jaden taking the last two games. Yeah, I think he took the last two games. Either way, I'm Sympatica for Stim TV. Mr. Sleeper Cells is my co-caster for the evening. How are you, sir?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I love to see these comebacks. Maybe not necessarily into a reverse all kill, but at the very least setting it up, giving us, well, essentially just giving us more games to cast. And both these players proving that they are really high ranked, really high caliber of players. Both definitely deserving of the prize pool, but only one will be able to win the first place. So I'm certainly looking forward to finding out who that will be.
Yeah, man.
2-2 with.
I gotta call DDE doing something that he's super familiar with, and that seems to be what a lot of Terrans are doing right now, and that's a 1-1-1, just straight up one base push. I don't foresee him getting a fast command center, because every time he's gotten a fast command center, he's had trouble. He won the first game that he did that, but he still had a lot of trouble doing it. It was very precarious. Whereas the games that he where he didn't get a fast command center, he's dominated. So I don't see him getting that fast command center this game. Especially, I mean, considering this isn't a huge map.
We do know that the DDE can certainly macro, and he may feel like he wants to do a very, very safe.
Oh, look at this! I'm completely wrong. This is actually the most, almost the most macro-intensive build you can possibly go. He's listening to the stream right now. I'm like, I'm gonna make Sympatica look like an idiot. He's just gonna build one rack, some fast expand.
I feel like they do that.
Yeah,
you
totally.
say something and they always do the exact
Caster's curse, man.
I was just like, oh, no, and you're talking about how he's never gonna get one. And I'm like, oh no, he'll get one. He'll get one later. I mean, he'll go for some sort of a 2 racks, very safe expand. No, he's gonna go for the most unsafe expand he can go for.
As I was talking about that too, I obviously should have noticed that no gas was going down on 13, which would have been indicative of, you know, either a tech, just tech lab, factory, any kind of tech, and he didn't. So probably should have been paying attention to that. Gonna be getting the bunker down at his main, which if Jaden pokes with these zealots, which it looks like he's going to be doing, going to be a little bit aggressive here. Poke with that one zealot stalker, very, very common. He's going to see that bunker and he's going to be like, all right, what's going on here?
Gonna see the bunker. Otherwise, he wouldn't be. I don't think he'd be able to hold this this small, tiny put. Oh, it's going to be a 4-gate.
I wonder if he's just going to walk right by. No.
It's going to be a 4-gate by Jaden.
Yeah, 3 more gates on the way. This is kind of the knife to the butter of a 1-rack fast expand. This is going to be hard to hold for DDE, man. Very hard.
Yeah, this is going to be extremely difficult to hold. He's going to have beautiful repairs. He's going to have, I would say, at least 1 more bunker, if not 2 bunkers, to hold this 4-gate. I'm worried for him. I got to say, he is he's getting his proxy pylon set up. He's getting his units all in a decent position.
You know what?
He's probably going to whip in there any second, and he's going to start his heavy aggression. And I'm worried.
I bet that sixjaxDDE saw close air positions, and he's expecting Void Rays. And what he's gonna get is a 4-gate, and he's not gonna be all that prepared for it. We'll have to see, but I really feel like he's expecting Void Rays.
Jaden took forever to warp in units.
Yeah, here we go. Bunker coming down on the left side. That's exactly it. He thinks Void Rays are gonna be coming in from this general direction. Plopping down a bunker on the left-hand side. But look at this. All of these stalkers coming up. Some nice repairs on that bunker, though. Going to be able to keep it down. 1 stalker goes down that I saw. I don't know if 2 went down. But
I think with this bunker and with some decent repairs, I think he'll be okay.
I think he's actually going to be okay. Yeah. DDE. DDE's so
good.
That
first push, he botched it up. Jaden botched up the first push up the ramp.
He's expanding behind it, which is not all that common in a 4-gate. Obviously, 4-gate generally kind of a bit all-in-y.
But he did get that second gas, so...
Right.
He did the style of 4-gate where you get 2 probes in each gas. and then, excuse me, and then you, so it looks like you're just, you're getting too gassed, so you're teching when the probe scouts.
This is kind of
But you're
weird. Like,
actually-
how often... I don't understand this build. I mean, a 4-gate into an expansion... He doesn't look like they really cut probes either. He's actually ahead in the worker count right now.
Well, really, if you go for a 4-gate, there's not a lot else really you can do. I mean, you can try and do even more one-base all-in, which, as you can tell, this was not nearly as all-in as it looked. I mean, he went for a 4-gate, but he did go for that. He did go for that second gas. He did not overly commit to it. I mean, look at the units. He doesn't have a ridiculous amount of units just trying to flood into his opponent's base. He saved up for an expansion. He's still saving up a little bit of money. He might get an immortal to try and bust down this this bunker. He's definitely following this up fairly well.
Yeah. And actually, Jaden has no idea that there's a command center down. He's playing relatively blind right now. And that I kind of feel like he's got to feel like he's really ahead just because obviously he's got a nice soft contain here, denying this natural expansion. He's gonna be made aware in just a second here as this command center goes to try and land. Nope, gonna turn around.
Well, 6jaxDDE does have stim finish, so he will be able to stim down this ramp. There is a sentry with a couple force fields on there, but that's, I believe, 2 force fields on that sentry, so they'll only be able to force field twice before this army will be able to move down. This could definitely be, this is a very precarious position for Jaden to just be standing here.
Oh no, he's taking a lot of
Stalker.
damage on the stalker there from that bunker. Needs to definitely be careful with his rally points here. He's going to drop a force field and get out of dodge here. Because he knows his days are numbered. He saw, I guess, with that observer, saw a glimpse of the army and what DDE was about to prepare to push out with. And I do like that. I mean, there's no point sacrificing, but this factory going to float over here and see pretty much everything. Going to see that an immortal is out. Which I kind of like that immortal, but he's not really that marauder heavy. Not as marauder heavy as a lot of Terrans like to be. So I don't know if immortals is the best choice here. If kind of tech up the Colossus, or he's getting a second immortal out, which will do nicely against these marauders. But again, he's very marine heavy. So these.
I mean, for Jaden though, he did have that this expansion was down a lot earlier than his opponent. I mean, he had that command center, but he did not use it because he simply didn't have couldn't go down that ramp because of the sentry. You cannot just walk down the ramp against the sentry. The sentry will simply just force field and be like,
LOL.
Troll face on a sentry.
Yeah. And somehow DDE is actually ahead on the food count. Look at the workers. He's down quite a few, but down 11 workers right now, which is quite significant considering. But he still has more economy, actually, I guess, just because of those mules. But and this is actually another funny decision coming out of Jaden. He's getting weapons level 1 as opposed to armor level 1. And with a marine heavy composition like this, armored level 1 would actually be a lot more effective. But either way, it's not going to be finished in time, unfortunately. And this is going to be a really strong push from DDE here. He's going to need good force fields. I don't know about these immortals. Once again, he does have a lot of force fields saved up here. So he's going to be able to cut this army straight in half, force an overcommitment. He's going to stim in and go, do the Terran hug right now.
Beautiful force field starting it down,
very nicely done.
A lot of that army, but he's just going to run up into the main.
Oh,
completely bypassing that, just running straight up to the main, getting a high ground position on the units of Jaden. He's just going to go ahead and start raining havoc, because when you got Marine Marauder and Medevac in your base, that is never a good thing, especially when it's the entire army and your production is going down. There was a cybernetics core being cut off as well. Even if he's able to deny the rest of these units, which I don't think he's going to be able to.
Dropping
all
the
being
mule.
pulled off the line, and the Manor Mule going down, and the GG from Jaden. We have ourselves a winner, ladies and gentlemen, of the stream. In a 3-2 victory, 6jaxDDE taking the finals, taking the prize pool.